This is
Yeah,
wild that you're sat on the edge of a road.
I literally am. I'll just
Oh my
You know,
God.
he did have a position and a really nice frame, everything, and now he's moving around and it's killing it.
I was under a nice tent, but there's Fox News are recording a podcast
Oh,
right next to me,
the rival.
and exactly, and there's a streamer called JLR who's here as well, and he's streaming the other side. So I've
Bring him
come
in.
away. Well, that's for another show.
And
Anyway, welcome
is
everybody to the Paparazzi podcast. I am Jedi. He is Mark, and we are joined today by a couple of Brits, a couple of boys in England. We've got Dean and Danny from Click News and Media. Welcome, welcome,
hi
guys.
guys. Thank you very much.
Hey, it's good to have you guys on here. I mean, we had Dean a couple of years ago, but we've been trying to get Danny on for a long time, and it's good to see you guys together. Um, Normally, we would be in the same studio as well, but now we're across the country. Um, but it's good to be next to each other and seeing you guys in the same frame. I can't wait to hear some of these stories you guys have.
Yeah, I mean, the story I want to hear is where Jedi is sat.
Well, there you go. I'm back in Tucson, Arizona. I think I did the last podcast from Tucson as well. Um, yeah, I was here for 18 days working on the Nancy Guthrie case, the kidnapping of the 84-year-old mother of Today Show host Savannah. I went home for 4 days, spent 4 nights at home, and now I'm back again. I've switched allegiances. I was here with the Mail before, and now
Yeah.
I'm here. Now I'm here with Fox News.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, nothing is going on at the house. I've been here a couple of days, seen absolutely nothing, and yeah, just doing 8-hour shifts in the sunshine, which is nice because it's still very cold in Buffalo.
And what are you expecting to see at the house?
Well, you know what? A couple of days ago, Savannah showed up with her sister
Okay.
and her sister's husband, and they laid flowers down, and we weren't here. There were no photographers here. A couple of guys got it on their iPhones, some video, and Fox had covered it since day one. Had somebody at the house all day, every day since day one, 12-hour shifts. And the one morning that we weren't there because we were working on something else, we missed it.
Isn't
So
that always the way, though?
always, it's so typical, so frustrating. And the most annoying thing is working for Fox as well. You can sell your pictures 24 hours after they've used them.
Oh,
So I'm thinking it was probably multiple thousands of dollars that I missed out on.
yeah. Just
So
don't. Best policy is just not to think about it,
I
when you're
know
on.
I'm trying not to. I'm trying not to. Anyway, that's enough about me. We want to hear. We want to hear
It's
about
kind
you
of that
guys.
classic case of that is, you'll sit there all day on the quietest road, no traffic at all. The moment someone steps out of that door, you know, a truck
Yeah,
or something will go past.
there'll be a FedEx truck or a UPS truck.
FedEx or UPS. Yep.
Yeah, it always happens. Always.
Anyway, can
Um,
we do what I've been looking forward to? Can we crack a beer?
Oh, I wish I had a beer.
we, yeah, and see, Jedi's on the job. I actually
We're
took the day
prepared.
off.
But
Uh,
obviously, it's later here in the UK than it is for you guys.
yeah, you guys are ready. It's 1 o'clock here. I actually just went into the fridge to look for a beer to crack, but I'm like, wait, I don't even have any. I didn't even think to bring one. But you guys enjoy for sure.
Mine's non-alcoholic because I'm driving, so but it's still good.
Okay. And
Yeah.
what are you
Uh,
cracking?
Lucky Sane,
ooh.
yeah, it's this. It's like the most popular non-alcoholic beer in England now.
Sounds
Okay.
unlucky.
It's good. It's good for their own pub. And I've gone for a Beavertown neck oil.
Ooh, that
Um,
sounds good.
that's kind of it's become kind of really it's quite a trendy kind of funky kind of beer that's brewed in North London. Um,
Okay, like
it's
it.
got like a hint of passion fruit.
Oh,
Oh, I
love a
love that.
fruity beer.
I know. Don't say that when he's out in the heat right there.
No, I'll be having a mug in about 90 minutes.
Right. Nice.
But yeah, Dean, we had you on before. If anybody is curious, any of the listeners are curious, go back and listen to London Calling. It was recorded during the pandemic. It was recorded during the time where we were all just kind of trying to figure out what kind of shots we should get. No one was leaving the house. It's kind of a unique episode at a crazy time in the world,
Yeah.
across the entire globe. So go back and listen to that. And we remember hearing your stories, but we always start with the origin stories. So, Danny, if you wouldn't mind, give us a little bit of your background. Remember, Zoom is going to kick us out in about probably 30 minutes, and then we're going to take a break, and then we'll come back
Okay.
again.
It won't
Um,
take that long.
yeah.
Uh, I was 21. I was working for a record company in Soho, and we all went out one night. I was only a junior there, and we went to a nightclub in London. It was called China White's at the time, just off Piccadilly Circus. And it was the first year or the second year of Big Brother, the reality
Yeah,
show.
yeah,
And the winners were in there partying. I think that's what it was. It was either the winners or it was the most important couple were in there. So it was enough that everyone was going, look, they're together, they're in here. And something inside me just went, that would be a great picture. And there
wow,
was no camera phones then. So all there was there were these stalls outside on the junction that used to sell disposable cameras, but with a flash in them still. So I remember going out, there was about 1 in the morning. I think it was about £5 for the camera. Got it back into the club, and it was about 2 in the morning. And I really remember this now. Me and my mate, we posed them up on the compact camera. Then we got them to do kiss each other. We got a couple of frames away, but obviously we didn't know what we had because it was film.
yeah,
So we did that, and I remember it was about 7, 8 in the morning on my way to work the next day. And there's a photo lab place in Soho called Snappy Snaps.
mm,
And we got it developed, and the pictures were there, they were great. And what did we do? Somehow, no, that's what I remember. I remember I rang the Sun and I rang the Bazaar desk at the Sun, and I think it was Gordon's. I can't remember who it was who was running Bazaar then.
yeah.
All I remember is from that picture to speaking to the Sun, I got 5 grand, and this was like 27 years ago
Holy shit! For a £5 investment.
for a £5 investment, and that was the point. I always remember where the penny dropped. That hang on a second, I can make some real money here, and that
Yeah,
was the beginning of it. And about over a period of about 2 to 3 months, I kind of left that business and it became full time.
wow. Who did you work for to start with? Did
An
you did
agency called Matrix, who,
okay, yeah,
and obviously they used to syndicate through back then Bauer Griffin.
yeah,
So that's where it all kind of exploded for me. I was then suddenly started to understand about picture syndication, pictures going to America, what they sell for there, and then the rest is history.
wow.
Yeah.
So
So
that was
how?
your first picture,
Yeah.
and your first print.
Mm.
Can you remember who it was?
There wasn't even a website for the Sun, I don't think then.
Oh yeah, no websites, all print.
who
Yeah.
were the people in that series of Big
All I
Brother,
can
the first one?
remember it was a Welsh girl called Helen. That's all I remember.
Oh yeah, she had blonde hair. I remember.
Yeah.
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 Okay. Yeah.
Where's Helen now?
Right.
Well,
Well, exactly. That's hilarious that you went across the street, got the disposable camera, and they
yeah.
actually posed up for you as well.
Yeah.
Like they didn't know any better either, right? They're
No.
fresh off
Yeah.
a brand new reality show. That's so
Exactly.
good. That's a
And
great
then
story.
the first decade of my career in it was I was kind of lost in reality because that's where it began.
Yeah.
And that's where I kind of where it all happened was in reality television for the first 10 years. And then we moved into film.
Yeah. Man,
So
that's brilliant. I love
yeah,
it.
it was good
Um,
times.
what what's your favorite pick? What's your biggest pick? And who is your favorite person to shoot
Oh,
these days, or even all of your career?
Because most people look into the sky, don't they? Or look around, and go, I don't know. But I can answer those. Biggest picture, Prince William going for drinks in Chelsea, in London. I think it was a Thursday evening. I was about 22, so it was about a year after I started. He got out of the car with security, not with Kate, just with some friends.
He wasn't with Kate at the time.
No, he wasn't.
Ah.
So he walking into a bar, but his bodyguard or close protection officer dropped his gun.
Oh shit.
And the guy I was working with captured the gun midair, hitting the deck. The next day, that would be £76,000 of your Queen's dollars.
Oh
Wow.
my goodness.
Wow.
That's
22.
incredible. I mean, a year into the
Yeah.
business and you're making that kind of money. That's just
That was the first
insane.
sale. That was the first sale to the Daily Mail.
Wow. Holy
And I'm
shit.
on the front, because I'm in the picture. I'll send it to you.
There's
So I'm on the front page with the gun.
a great picture. I remember this. He's jumping out of the way, like. There's-
Well, I
Well,
mean, shit.
camera.
You don't know if the thing's loaded and him dropping it, hitting the floor. You know, it could go off and go anywhere.
Yeah, it could hit William.
Well,
Is it or
fucking
me?
edge. Or any of you, yeah.
1 year in.
Yeah.
1 year in, 1 year out.
But
Yeah.
that was have we come close to it? It's not. We sold pictures close to it, but not ever
Yeah.
been involved in taking one.
Yeah. Wow.
And then my favourite,
Did you not say Daniel?
and they didn't make as much. That was the most important picture. But my favourite of all is the Godfather of all is TC, Tom Cruise.
Right.
He's, it starts and it ends with him.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So he is, he's Hollywood. He's everything. He's everything what we do it for.
Yeah. Which picture exactly of him is your favorite one?
Man, that's tough.
We've done a lot. I probably would say overall, like an arching experience of it, probably he was on a motorbike. So the famous scene in the film before last where he's in Norway and he jumps off the cliff.
Mm.
They tested that stunt for about a month in a farmer's field in England.
Wow.
And they built the ramp. And
I remember those pictures.
To this day, driving over the brow of this hill on a sunny afternoon, and I turn the corner and this gigantic ramp, the size of like a roller coaster, and he is on the end of it, revving the bike. And I'm like,
Oh,
what is going on?
Man.
And we had it exclusive for over a week.
Wow.
But you can add to this because they built this ramp on the side of a quarry.
yeah.
So that so you've got this huge ramp that they built, but what you can't see is the drop down into the quarry. And it was at the side of a main road through Oxfordshire.
Yeah.
So anybody driving along this main road would just be complete. How there wasn't an accident, I don't know, because anybody driving along would have been completely distracted by seeing this motorbike just flying through the air, sort of 100 meters to the side of the road.
Man.
And they had a crane rigged up, didn't they? With he had the wire,
That was a good one.
on his harness. So yeah,
But there's loads of Cruise. Every time you shoot him, it's great.
Yeah.
I know that other sets like completely accessible in England, or are you having to, climb over fences, climb a tree, go through bushes, and deal with, arsehole security?
Yeah, I mean, mixture. London, central London ones, pretty fair game. The ones in the outskirts, there's a bit of creativity,
Yeah.
a bit of role play.
Do they close off roads, like main roads in stuff that you can't get in there?
There's a lot of road closures, less pavement closures, which is the fine line.
the thing is to be really up, which we're good at.
Yeah.
Really up on all of our bylaws.
So, but we have a thing is there's a lot of snappers that for some reason they want to be seen straight away. They want to engage straight away.
Yeah.
We're the opposite. We want to shoot the set,
Yeah.
not be seen, and only be seen if we've got enough we can sell already.
Yeah.
Ideally, I think the first rule should always be is to get in and get out clean.
Oh,
And
100%.
the first time anybody knows anything about it is when they open up a newspaper or a
Yeah.
website.
Yeah, completely agree. Completely
I
agree.
mean, the most recent example of that was about 2 weeks ago with Johnny Depp, which was actually a really old school kind of buzz and an old school way of doing the work. We got to this. It's an old dockyard in south of
It's an old
England.
naval base.
Yeah, and we've been there many a times, and you can't. 99% of the time, you can't get a picture. The way they work down the alleyways. And when we heard it was being filmed there, we were like, "Oh, okay, we'll go and check it." We went and checked it, and it was in a different part of the base. And I was like, that's interesting. But it was still, because it's Johnny Depp, there are marshals everywhere. There are small Winnebago is on set. We know you're not going to get anything at the unit base.
But he's got his own guys too.
Yeah.
Yeah, but let me add on to this that where it is, it's an old World War II naval base. So usually when you go there, it's now actually a museum, but it was closed, obviously, for filming. Now, normally when you go there, there's kind of an outer barrier to get to the inner car park, and then you're on the inside, you've just got to work small steps from there. But this time when we arrived at the gate, there was security on the outer gate.
Yeah.
Then they had put in an inner gate with more security. So we had to kind of
Be creative.
Yeah.
Outside gate, and that worked great. Now we're in the inside area. But then we arrive at the next gate, which is normally just, you'll just walk through it.
Yeah.
There was another 4 security on that gate.
Oh, geez.
And because obviously we do film, we're quite well known. Most people will know us.
Right.
So it was kind of, glasses on, baseball caps pulled down low, let's just see how this goes. But yeah, do you want to take it over from there?
Yeah, so we get onto site. Once you're on site, it's one of those places you can freely kind of walk around. The problem was, as you know, with Johnny Depp and his team, if you start putting a proper camera out, which you needed to get the shot, they're going to screen it, they're going to lock it down, they're going to use some reason to ask you to leave, that they've got some temporary closure, all of that. So
Yeah.
We needed about 5 minutes on Johnny to really get what we needed. If he was there, which we didn't know, we just knew the film was there. It's what's the film? Scrooge.
Scrooge, yeah. The Christmas Carol.
Christmas Carol. So the only place to shoot it from was a music college. So if Johnny was on set, which we had no idea. So the only way to get into the music college is to follow a set of music students into the college. But for us to look like a set of music students, I turn around to Dean and say, well, look, we need some musical instruments or we need something to blend in. So I go back out, go to what's it called? Like a junk shop, like a charity shop, and buy an old guitar case. Because that's all they had to sell. So we get the guitar case, I come back in, meet Dean, stand outside the music college, wait for the next lot of I think it was like 16 to 18-year-olds. Like it was like a college.
Because we look 18.
Yeah. We've got our guitar case, we walk in with them. So now we're in the music campus.
Oh, I love it.
All stories high. And now we're like, okay, now we're in here, we've done the case. We start working the stairwells to see, can we see over the back? We work the stairwells. We get to a corridor that then overlooks the set. And we're like, great, this is amazing. We're overlooking it. It's all snowy. And we're like, right, high-fiving each other. But we still don't know if Johnny's on set.
But do you remember the first place that we got to where we're high-fiving and going, can't believe we've actually made it to here?
Yeah.
The filming is taking place, but there's a tree.
Oh, yeah.
One tree.
Oh,
Right in the
no.
way.
Perfectly placed between us and them. And we couldn't move it. So we had to do the whole maneuver again, out of the building
To the
next
building
building.
to the same school. So then we're up there. We're there, we get a position, we're sat there, and we're like, okay, now we just wait. We just bide our time. and there was this stand-in, and they kept the director, the cameraman, all of them, the first AD they kept a lot of attention on this guy. I didn't recognize this guy, and there's just something twigged. I just went to Dean, that's Johnny's double. That's Johnny's double. There's a tent over there. There's a lot of action going on. We had our radios on. I said, that's Johnny's double. And cut a long story short, suddenly Johnny walks into frame, the double walks out of frame. So we are on. Dean didn't immediately recognize him. I went, no, that's Johnny Depp as Scrooge.
Yeah.
So we take some safety pictures, like I said earlier. So we've got about 10 minutes of safety pictures, and I'm like going to Dean, it's good, but it's not people mag good. It's not crisp. It's not clean.
Yeah.
Windows were old Victorian windows. So we had to move to another part of the college. And this is where it gets really clever. Another part of the college, the teachers are all watching the filming. So I've gone to Dean.
So we're in a corridor. This corridor is about, I mean, this is a building that's kind of like Victorian age building, you know. And we're on this top corridor.
And I go to Dean, we've got to get these guys out of the corridor. And he looks at me and goes, all right, give me the easy job. And I'm like, tell them we're crew. And we've got to have everyone in their office whilst the filming's going on. They can come out for the rehearsal.
So the only place you could see it from was this corridor.
Yeah.
At the end of the corridor is this office with about 20 staff in it. So I say we come up with this plan. He's going to stay in the corridor and shoot the pictures. I'm going to go and keep everybody busy. So I go in there, high-vis jacket.
Yeah.
Go anywhere with a high-vis, right?
Oh my God, this is fucking brilliant.
Sorry, guys. Don't mean to interrupt you whilst you're working, but we're just doing some filming outside. As you know, the camera's looking directly at your window. Can you all stay seated until I give you the all clear? And just stay in the office, and I'll just stay with you. Otherwise, I'm going to get the sack.
Mate.
Wow.
So they're like, yeah, cool, no problem. Little do they know, literally 5 meters outside their door along the corridor,
we're hosing it. And I'm like,
and he's absolutely ripping it.
and then we got to the point, he's gone to me, we've got enough. And I'm like, let's open the window. Let's really get this now. And I'm like, sort of looking around, because I used to know Johnny's old CP. He was a bit of a legend in the business. A guy, he was called Jerry Judge. He died. And I knew that if Jerry had found us or seen us, we would have to run and run and run. But I wonder if these new guys like it. But it was too much. I wanted the window open. I wanted it on a 500 clean.
Wow.
But remember, this is a Victorian building. And
Yeah.
I don't know if you have the windows there in the States.
Sash windows.
You know, sash windows.
Yeah.
And they're always stuck a bit with paint.
Yes.
Never open nice and smoothly. They're kind of
Yeah. Yeah.
that's kind of forcing this window.
You think they were close enough to hear that?
Yeah, some of kind of the the kind of runners and stuff like that, the marshals, they would have been, because they was literally underneath the window, sort of two floors below us.
So then that was it. So we started cleaning it, and we put the windows back down, and then Dean's about to go and say, you can all come out there. And then me and him do the usual. We went, oh no, we haven't got any video.
Oh
So-
no.
So back again we went. And that was it. And then we did it all, shot the video, told them to teachers to come out, said to them, just look, do no pictures, but look.
Yeah.
And then we just walked out like we just robbed the bank.
Wow.
Yeah. And you did.
You know, when you're walking away from somewhere and you're thinking any second now, you're waiting for someone to go, oi.
I know that feeling very, very well.
Yeah.
And we walked out of there cleanly, like nothing had happened.
Yeah.
Well, even if they did say something to you, you've got everything just completely nailed, and you could just kind of just give them a wave and just move on. You'd be fine.
Yeah. It was good. It was good.
Yeah, that's funny too. I mean, I knew Jerry as well.
Yeah.
Johnny Depp's bodyguard, and he spotted me from a huge distance away, parked in between cars. I mean, I couldn't believe he spotted me, came down, knocked on my window, and I met him a long time ago. But nice guy. He'd spot you every time, but nice guy.
Yeah, we've got some great stories.
Yeah, I mean, he's
All right,
chased
I've
us,
got
he's
some
just chased us,
legendary
he's
stories
just chased us
after.
everywhere, and yeah, it was like a throwback set because
Yeah.
we haven't seen Johnny filming for a while, so
Yeah, well, he hasn't been, right?
I think it's 2 years.
So
Maybe.
what was his stand-in dressed like he was for Scrooge? So kind of like an old
yeah,
looking
but
dude. Is that why you didn't
not
recognize him?
yeah, but not enough you to go for certain.
Yeah.
He was kind of dressed in that period, but not that you would go, that's the classic Scrooge kind of movie look,
Yeah.
that floppy kind of hats,
Yeah,
Well,
Yeah.
and the guitar case too, that's kind of it's a good prop for you guys too, because it's easy to fit the 800 in there, right?
everything. I mean, in fact, that we were a bit lazy there. The 800 stayed on our rucksack, but I just think props, guitar cases, and we always say, and I think you say, you can go anywhere with a ladder.
Yeah,
So it's a ladder and a high vis.
Yeah.
that's so good. See,
Yeah.
I don't think it would work as easy as that in the US. And the same with like getting all the teachers out of the room and stuff. I just think England is it's just easier to play that
Yeah.
card. Yeah.
So,
Well, and I
and
listen to the on the radio a lot. I know in the last episode we kind of talked about the radios, and I bought a separate kind of one of the wired headsets that go to your ear, that they wear on the sets, so that
Yeah.
when I need to, I can switch it up and I could look like a crew member. Because once you have that in your ear, you are a
That's
crew
it.
member no matter what.
You are.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's we have more radios you've got, the more you can keep walking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, so that was probably the highlight this year for kind of old school film set kind of paparazzi hunters.
Brilliant.
A set I've been admiring, and we mentioned it in the last podcast too, was the Sophie Turner stuff for the new Tomb Raider stuff. Is
Yeah.
that, I mean, those pictures, the night pictures, all that stuff, are those good stories?
I mean,
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, first of all, I need to offer up a bit of a correction because, I mean, thank you very much. You gave me a lot of credit for that. But Danny was also here, as was Goth Photos. And we all had the info, so we just all pulled resources on that.
Okay.
Yeah, so that was a big team effort.
it's a less elaborate story, as in it was on a big lake in Surrey in England, and we did the whole kind of camo, let's make our way to it, probably a bit over the top. Are we going to be thrown out? All of that to the point where we did get seen near to the end, and the unit publicist just came over to us and went, Danny, Dean, just stand there if you want.
Because
Oh, no way.
obviously we do, because we specialize in film, we're so well known, most people actually know us.
Yeah.
So it's really hard for us to be on a film set and just, no one to know us. But that works in our favor because people do know us. They know how we work.
Yeah.
They come up and say hello. We don't tend to get any hassle like we used to do. And people just let us get on with it. But again, we prefer to stay unseen if possible.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Obviously, because the principal can sometimes be the biggest problem, right?
Yeah.
So as Danny was saying, we was kind of doing it, we was being discreet about it, and then once they kind of knew we was around, the publicist just come up and went, yeah, it's not a problem, just stand there. So we literally just, those pictures that you saw, we was probably
It got to a point
25
where
meters away.
it
Wow.
got to a point where the guy we was working with went, let's put a 300 Canon 300 2.8 on it, just make it look, once again, it's what we say here, let's make it look people mag.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And it was.
That's how you've got to shoot, isn't it? That's what you got to shoot for.
Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And that was good. That was about a week later. And then a week after that, we did the big one. It was like we had the holy grail, really. We had the first set of the Beatles film.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that was such a good set. So good.
And that was And that was in central London. That was just a huge kind of gangbang of photographers where everyone kind of pulled it together in the end.
That was essentially, I mean, you'll know this, like Trafalgar Square.
Yeah.
So that was literally on the corner of Trafalgar Square. They'd been building the set for like a week.
It was good though, because we managed to keep it exclusive.
Yeah.
Somehow on a Saturday night with hundreds of
What?
tourists.
Wow.
But we don't get, it's interesting, we don't get turned over by camera phones as much as people think.
Yeah. Wow.
I mean, there are, but I would say 99% of the time, no. Which is
Really?
interesting. Yeah. Because
That's
what happens,
crazy.
people take pictures of the filming, but people don't tag them right, or they, unless it was unless it was back in the day and it was like One Direction, then it'd go everywhere.
Yeah.
But these film set filming, they don't populate unless they've been on the mainstream media somewhere.
Yeah.
So, but you think in your mind, everyone's taking the picture of it, it's over, we've got to get it out.
Yeah. Yeah.
But we've learned that you can pull back, pump the brakes a bit, and you'll be all right.
Wow. I mean,
Well, that's different here, but
did these punters know what it was that was going on as well? Because like the guys, yes, they look like the
That
Beatles,
went in our favour.
but they don't look like who they are.
I mean, it wasn't that hard to work out. There were so many people there, so many crew around.
Well, there were big signs saying Beatles, welcome to New York.
Yeah, the scene was outside the hotel, yeah. And all the extras are holding up signs like Danny just said, we love you, Ringo, and stuff like that.
Yeah, so a quick Google and you're going to see who the stars of the movie are.
Yeah. I mean, we're spoiled at the moment. It's literally like, which is obviously no good for you, Mark. It's Hollywood's just moved east, and it's landed in England, and I don't even know why it's gone crazy.
Well, I mean, they say that we have some tax breaks over here that they've put into place, and they say that we're going to get something like 65 new productions here in LA and in California. And there's one that's going to be starting this month that's, it's not really that big, but it's going to be big when you first see it. And I'm trying to be the first to get it. And I mean, when I get it, you'll see it and you'll know what it is. But I don't want to give anybody any ideas right now.
Listening to your pods, it does sound like it's gone that way, filming.
Yeah, like I can't find anything. I mean, I did lose a couple of good tipsters over COVID because they stopped working and they never started up again. Okay. So I'm not getting the info that I used to, which was just the best info I can get. And my competition at Backrid, they have a really good connection where they're getting some really good info. So it's kind of strange. And then when I show up on sets and I think it's exclusive and I think I have it, those guys always show up.
Oh, okay.
And they always show up right at the right time because they have really detailed information. So it's always disappointing. Sometimes I'll get some stuff, but like this thing I'm waiting for right now, I know that they're going to get the info too. Yeah. But I've just been checking it every day because they've been doing the same thing, building the sets, stuff like that. And I've been, waiting.
This is coming back.
Yeah, and I can't wait. I can't wait to get on the sets. But the crews don't know me like they know you guys because there's only 2 of you, and there's probably 15 guys that work the stuff around here, and the crews are just always different. The people are always different, unless you're working something continuously like a TV show.
Yeah. Well, because we always want to watch the one you talk about, but it's not popular here. The Rookie.
Yeah, and the Rookie, it doesn't sell. It is just for the fans.
My son's a big fan.
Really?
I showed him some of your stuff and just says, do you know this show? And he was like, oh yeah, I know it. So yeah. So
yeah, it's a huge. They have a huge fan base, and they are crazy. Excited fans, especially when they're out and shooting. There's civilians around all the time trying to find them, asking questions, asking where they are. I get messages all the time. So yeah, it's a crazy thing. I just wish it would sell.
Right. We have a few things like that, a few productions, where people are really into it.
Yeah, like Slow Horses.
Yeah, Slow Horses. Huge over here.
It doesn't sell.
but just doesn't. Yeah,
I'll be back in like
Yeah, the rookie is slow sales for sure.
yeah.
So, guys, like, how often, like, are there movie sets constantly then that you're doing, or are you doing like
the
other
moment.
kind of? There's enough of them going
It's
on to
busy
keep
at
you
the
guys
moment.
busy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, fundamentally, it's film sets, music videos first for us. The old school kind of doorsteps, very rare. Don't really do that anymore.
Yeah,
Unless it's exceptional information. But just going, oh, we're going to go on doorstep then. No.
yeah,
We don't cruise around anymore either.
That we have to have for us to do a doorstep. We want to have the information on it, and there's got to be a good backstory
Yeah.
to it. You know.
right. There's got to be a story. You're not just going to go and sit on Keira Knightley
No.
on a random Tuesday. Yeah,
And that's really changing over here a lot. Like, I think that kind of style in this country will be over in the next 5 years.
wow.
Yeah.
Well,
Unless
you're
it's
still not
breaking
allowed to
news.
follow, right?
No,
You're not allowed to follow from the home.
No, unless it's breaking news and there's a real justification. I see it. I see about 5 years.
Yeah, shit.
Yeah, but the whole, you guys can do following.
But what you're doing now, yeah, plenty of that still.
Yeah,
So,
Yeah,
but yeah, film sets, music videos. There are quiet periods. It is exceptionally busy at the moment.
I mean, you guys probably find the same. You can be very quiet for a few months, and all of a sudden it goes absolutely crazy.
yeah.
And you wish that you had kind of doubles of yourself.
Oh God, absolutely wish there were two of me. Yeah,
And then all of a sudden it's back to being quiet again, and you're like, why can't this just be consistent
yeah,
throughout
Yeah,
the
I
year?
know. Yeah. Well, and especially when celebrities go on vacation, stuff like that, they take their hiatuses between that stuff. Let's take a quick break, guys. Zoom's about to kick us out, and then we'll be back with a little bit more with Dean and Danny. Some of the best shots I've ever seen.
Margot is going to break your heart. I did this on my own because Dean was at a rival agency at that point and wasn't available, and I had to go to. So the Margot Robbie was shot in Yorkshire, which is about, I think it was about 7-8 hours from London, and I had a job about 5 hours north, a completely different kind of it was like a setup with a celebrity. Went up and did that. Was okay, fine. And it was about 2 in the afternoon. And I'm like, got no tipper, got no information on Wuthering Heights. As in, I knew it was in the Yorkshire Moors, but I didn't have anything. But I was like, shall I go? Shall I not go? Shall I go? And I went, right, I'm just going to go. I'm going to go on a little road trip.
wow.
Drove up there, an extra 3 hours. Got up there, and there was another team there from Splash, shooting these pictures from the road, and they were miles away. And when you sit looking at what they're shooting, and you're like, you can stand here all day shooting this,
Yeah,
never gonna sell. She's just, you couldn't even make her out.
wow. It's not People Mag.
It's not Peter Metz, it's not Beano Mac, it's nothing. It's so I said to the guy, so we've got chatting, like you do, you're on a film set and all of that. And I remember the head of security was getting about early evening, drove past, and when there's a thing up in Yorkshire I didn't know, but other parts of the UK, called a crow order. And that means the land that you think is public roaming land, you can get a crow order put on there, and you're not allowed to wander onto that. And I never knew about this. And I thought I knew a lot about public footpaths and right of ways. And they got all the paperwork out, and it was all there, all stacked up. They had a crow order. So even though she was on the top of the mountain doing a Wuthering Heights scene, you could not walk towards it, even though you could walk towards it.
Yeah.
This is, I said to him, it's open moorland, and they know it's a crow order. And I was like, okay. I'm like, this is a problem. So I thought, okay, I'm going to turn around. I'm going to drive halfway home. as I drive around, go through the lanes to get down the mountain, I noticed a second location. They're prepping for the next day, and it's a church with a graveyard
Right.
next to the road, and there is no land, no big land around it. So I thought, your crow order will not be helpful here.
Hmm.
And then I noticed the location manager was walking around with security and stuff, and basically I was behind a wall and I heard everything what their plans were for the next day.
Oh, get in.
And how they were going to stop us and everything. And I thought, oh, okay, this is interesting. So they were going to try and force the crow order. And I thought, okay, okay. So I got a place to stay for the night. Couple of glasses of red. Opened the laptop. Brought every rule of crow order and the Yorkshire Moors. Went onto the council site, and there was a tiny bit of small print, and it said on the crow order was all around this church. No cars along the road, but even if a crow order was enforced, a pedestrian has the right to roam along the road. And I thought,
There you go. There you go.
so I screenshotted everything back.
Like feet on the pavement road type of thing.
Yeah, I can walk up the road as a pedestrian.
Okay.
Doesn't matter, there's no pavement. So it was printed in black and white. So next morning comes, park up. Security walks over. Dan, I've told you, crow order. And I went, no, mate. I went, look at this. He went, no, that doesn't apply. When it does apply, this is the council rules. If you're saying it doesn't apply, you need to get this corrected, or someone from the council. Back and forth, back and forth. 10 minutes later, he comes back. No, it does apply. I said, mate, listen, we get on, but I'm walking up that road because I've got the right to walk up that road. I had two guys from Splash behind me, and I said, and they're going to walk with me. And he just went, I can't stop him. So we started walking up. So I kept walking up, and there was the church, and he went, look. The producers, which I didn't know at the time was Margot, the producers are going mad. They don't want you here. Nothing's been shot of this film. I said, look. You've made your point. Nothing's been shot of this film. So we're just going to do this one scene. He goes, okay, give me 5 minutes. I said, you've got 5 minutes, but we're keeping on walking. He came back, and good to his word, he went, stand here on this, where I listened to him the day before.
Yeah.
In between the takes, you've got 10 minutes. And I went, okay.
I'll be right back.
I remember this. Oh, that's all right. I remember to this my day. I turned around, I looked over my shoulder, and Margot was stood there in a wedding dress with it blowing in the wind. And I'm like, I didn't know I was here for this.
Yeah. And that's why they were freaking out.
Yeah.
Because they knew what you were going to get.
And I had I think I had what did I have? A 500 mil in my bag. I'm like, no, this is the wrong lens for this. I've got to get back to my car down the hill to get a 300. When you can get Margot pin exclusive on a 300 2A to yourself, you take that moment. And that was it. They gave us 10 minutes, and she gave it all up.
Yeah, that was brilliant. I mean, like I said, there are not many shots that are that good, and that nailed. And it's funny just because, I've been in the same situation so many times where you don't know what it is.
No.
But the hype that everybody's kind of causing, that everything is happening, is you're like, oh, well, this is definitely something good, because they're all freaking out. If they didn't freak out and acted like it was a mayonnaise commercial, then I would have fucked off,
So that was rare. That was rare. Well, that was the beginning of what's going on there, because it went from there to Harry Potter.
Yeah.
So
ironically, I wasn't on that picture because I was with Splash at the time, but I was working London.
So
and interestingly enough, and then we'll put Margot to bed here. That when I saw those shots, my first thought was, that's the trailer right there. That's going to be the main shot in the trailer. You know,
Yeah.
so you shooting that, and we'll maybe get into this when we can about, you know, why they don't like us shooting stuff and still after all these years. But you're nailing that frame. It is the trailer. You're getting the trailer just before the trailer, and you're putting out your own trailer before the trailer.
Yeah.
Why is this a problem?
Yeah, exactly.
We say the same thing. We have the same conversations all the time, you know. We'll say to the publicist, etc., tell us the caption that you want for the pictures. We'll put it on there. It's not a problem, you know. We want to shoot clean, nice pictures, you know. We don't want kind of umbrellas half in the way from security, etc.
But the best bit about
Paparazzi,
it was
as you say.
you know,
Exactly, Primorazzi. Yeah.
it was researching your rights and fighting your rights, and you know, that's half the fun of it.
So go ahead, Harry Potter.
Oh,
Harry Potter.
I mean, that was just. I mean, we've been thinking about that for a couple of years.
So I think we managed to land on every single set, exterior shot that Harry Potter
that weren't easy.
filmed so far of this new. Is it a trilogy that is there? Is it,
No, it's a remake for TV.
Right.
Oh, it is. Okay.
Yeah. So we've managed to be on every single exterior that
Of
they've
the
done.
first book. Yeah, that was incredible. It was the first scene was in London Zoo. They had the whole zoo. It was open to the public, but the very first scene exterior of that film with Harry and the rest of them was in the penguin enclosure at
Oh,
London Zoo. And it was screened off. You can imagine Warner Brothers security locking that place down. But what they stupidly didn't realise is the penguin enclosure backs onto
Regent's Park.
Regent's Park. So as soon as I knew it was in the penguin enclosure,
And if you're in the park, it's only got a metal railing fence and a thin bush between you and the penguin enclosure. So they screened it all on the inside, but didn't screen the fence line.
oh my.
so
That's brilliant.
they got taken down. They got taken down bad.
But I mean, we went all over. We went down to Cornwall.
Oh, this one's better.
Now, Cornwall's quite a long drive from London. And
So they've been filming down on the sea. It was the scene with the guy with a big beard.
Hagrid.
Yeah.
John Lithgow.
Yeah, John Lithgow.
John Lithgow.
Right.
So they're basically
Dumbledore.
Oh, Dumbledore. There you
yeah,
go.
Dumbledore. So they had this beach kind of at the bottom of the cliffs, just a small cove.
Yeah, it was lovely.
Yeah, beautiful. And we'd been there all day shooting that exclusive. First pictures, John Lithgow. First pictures, Dumbledore. Great. We head back to our hotel. Now, this is in a small Cornish
So it's a pub with rooms.
fishing
Yeah.
village. There's one pub, one shop. That's it in this whole village.
Wow.
So we're in this pub, and randomly when we get there, there's a second unit that are
In the cove opposite the pub.
that are directly opposite the pub. Sort of like, so we've been on top of this kind of cove on top of the cliff.
Hey, how are you?
We're absolutely exhausted.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we're exhausted from being on top of these cliffs all day. So I say, look, this is second unit stuff.
Call it a day.
Yeah, call it a day. Let's just have a break. I go to my room. Danny goes to his room, and I basically fall asleep.
So he falls asleep. I have a shower. Come out the shower. Have a look out the window to see what's going on. On a bench in front of the pub is the production manager with the rest of the queue with her laptop, typing tomorrow and the next day's call sheet.
With her back to his window.
No, you
So you're
can't
just
make that
reading
up.
it.
You
And
cannot
I've
make
still
that
got
up.
it on my laptop here. I had to keep it. So I get 70 to 200.
Oh, you're blasting it.
I'm starting to blast it. And I'm blasting it. She's typing cast list for tomorrow. So I'm ringing him. He's not.
But I'm asleep in the room next door. I go down the hall. Actually.
And then I'm keep on ringing, and then that's it. So we didn't know what tomorrow's scenes was. About 5 minutes later, we knew what they was.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Literally, she sat there having a coffee, typing, and it was
No,
what?
no, but here's the best bit. You're phoning me because the 7200 wasn't the lens that you needed to be able to get the detail. So he's trying to shoot these pictures whilst trying to phone me. I'm asleep. You have to come running out
Down
your
the
room,
corridor.
running down the hall, and you're banging as though like the fire alarm is going off to wake me up. What's going on?
That was great.
I need a 300. I need a 300.
So yeah,
It's long. And yeah, and as she's typing these, this is the shot list for tomorrow. This is the location.
it was brilliant.
And we're there for about, I don't know, an hour.
Yeah,
And then typing
I
the
remember
paperwork.
security in the next table was like, "You must have call sheets on this," and I just looked at him and went, "Yeah, we really do have call sheets on."
That's what. Did you do that every day then? After that, just show up to the same spot? Did she come back?
It was
No,
just luck. She sat there.
It was literally what happened is because it was such a small fishing village and there was one pub, one shop, they had hired the downstairs of the pub
As the green room.
as the green room. So production were all downstairs, but what they hadn't done is they hadn't booked out the whole place. So we had the room. We was in one of the rooms. There was only sort of 5 or 6 rooms that you could actually hire.
Wow.
And we happened to be in one of the rooms that was directly above the courtyard
Yeah, it was wonderful.
where the
That's so good.
production
Wow.
was sat.
That's
What a
crazy.
great story. Oh, I love it.
Yeah, so that was good.
What's going on there, Jedi? You've been a bit active.
Yeah, you just nailed it.
No, it was a couple of old Dorises just dropping off flowers. It's nothing exciting, but I got to make sure I get that video for the extra 100 for the day rate.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. So yeah, nothing exciting at all, unfortunately.
What have you guys been up to? Is there any big stories that are going on there? I mean, we know where you are, Jenna. I mean,
Yeah, I've been here for
right?
best part of a month. Nothing too exciting. And what was I doing before this? Oh, there's still a secret squirrel that I'm working on. I think I mentioned it on one of the podcasts. I did 5 days on a watch that hasn't materialized yet, but it will be a really good one if I'm able to get back on it after this one. So I'm kind of hoping nobody else goes and joins up with one of the reporters that I work with and finishes off the story. So I'm hoping that one will still will still work out nicely. It'll be a really good one. What's going on over there, Mark? Much happening?
Well, I'm in the studio, so I'm definitely not working. But no, I've been picking up day rates for the last 2 weeks. I wanted to ask you guys about that. Here, because I mean, I'm on productions all the time. Productions are kind of low and they're non-exclusive. And when they're non-exclusive around here, there is no money in it really. So I've been picking up more day rates just because I know they're guarantees. What about over there? Do you guys pick up any day rates ever, or are you guys pretty satisfied?
There are day rate crews and there are agencies that pick up day rates, but because of the nature of what we shoot, as soon as something normally goes non-X, we would put it together.
Yeah.
Right.
It rarely goes non-X and it literally stays non-X.
That's great. It's so you're so fortunate that you can do that. I mean, working in LA, there's so many savages.
Yeah.
You know, very rarely are you able to sort out a deal like that. It's, dog eat dog, and whoever sends a set in first gets the sale.
Let me hear this. So, Mark, the film that's coming up, and you think that the others will turn up, will you automatically pull that then?
Well, it depends on how many guys there are. It depends on how many agencies there are, right?
Fine.
So if it's just because there's a main maybe 3 guys that will show up on a movie set now in LA if I see them at all, and I would pool with them. Yes, there's always an option to pool, but the money for pooling still isn't. It almost isn't worth it. Like I'll have to kind of gauge what it is because I know that the agency I give to has a little bit better reach and for certain sales, and then other agencies have certain reach for other sales. So I'll just most of the time I'll just take my chances and just
Right.
because like you guys were talking about, like the People magazine, my agency that I give to has a really good relationship with People magazine. If I get the exact same shot as another photographer,
Yeah.
he'll be able to get it to People magazine, and that sale will be better than any pooled sale that I would put with these other guys. So it's kind of just a case by case basis here. And the stuff that we'll end up getting on this new production, I mean, it's going to be a lot of stuff, and it's going to be ongoing. It's a TV show, so it's
Yeah.
going to be ongoing, and we'll see. But the first shots, I'll probably wouldn't pool it with those guys, just because I've got ethics and morals, and I cannot pull stuff with Backgrid at all. Um,
Fine.
I don't know how you guys are feeling about agencies these days. You
I
guys
mean,
normally give to what? Splash, right?
no, we
No, they're their own.
Okay,
we
you're
should.
your own now. Okay,
This is why it works so well, because obviously we shoot and sell. We do everything. So we can start selling whilst we're shooting now, which is great.
good. That's great.
When Dean was at Splash, there was a lot of shared codes, with a lot of shared projects, which was fine. So yeah, it's apart from that, I mean, we get most, I would say, one in five we pull with someone else. So it's the amount of snappers in England now, especially in the southeast and London, it's at the lowest it's ever been, which is good in a way
Yeah.
for us. So yeah, it seems to work out okay. But controlling the sale in house is a massive advantage.
Definitely.
Yeah.
It's also like Danny was saying. I mean, until recently, I was at Splash, and Danny's obviously Click News and Media, but we would share information. So it was always a split, like a 50-50 Splash Click split. Now I'm not there. We could keep everything in-house.
Yeah.
And we can literally, be shooting and selling at the same time.
Yeah.
So it works.
I mean,
It works much better now.
the conventional agency model in certainly in England is definitely a dying model. It doesn't work.
Yeah.
I've never been a part of the bigger ones. It doesn't work. It can't continue. It's about micro agencies like ours, and it would either be that, or it'd be like yourself, Jedi. It'd be that kind of setup, And when I hear your stories, sometimes it's like, some of those jobs are really interesting, really exciting, especially those ones on Nantucket.
Oh, mate.
I mean,
I love that place so much. It had some
and
absolute crackers there over the last year and a half or so.
and some of the best adventures we've had have been jobs we have teamed up with reporters on, because they are exciting jobs.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's at the moment we're kind of full gear in film and music, because it's just so busy. So we're kind of making hay.
Yeah, and during the hiatuses, I mean, I'm sure the money's good enough where when there is hiatuses, you kind of survive. Like they pop up enough, and it gives you a nice little break. Actually, time to take a vacation, I guess.
It does, and then come back. Well, yeah, come to LA.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah, definitely.
We're trying to get out for the football, or for the soccer for England.
Oh, for the World Cup. That'd be amazing.
So
have you got tickets yet? I looked into getting tickets like when they first came out. They're so fucking expensive, and like even more expensive on the secondary market.
Yeah, exactly. So it's and then it's the price of the tickets, and plus running it past my wife that to Los Angeles to watch soccer on a TV screen.
I know.
Quite often the bigger problem.
But we're saying.
Talking about like travel, do you guys travel internationally for the film sets as well, or is it usually you just try and keep it
We used to, but I mean, did you say recently that you've done 170 flights or something like that
I
last year?
I did I did 146 flights last year. Yeah,
Really? That's crazy.
it's ridiculous. Yeah,
You know,
I'm
last,
not going to get anywhere near that this year with
I mean,
being like here
if
for
we
18 days.
we don't fly it as much as we used to. I mean, I probably used to do more flying than
Yeah.
you. And if I did 12 flights in a year, I would say I had a busy flying year.
Right.
Um, but obviously, UK,
Problem is,
you drive everywhere,
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
it's such a risk now with the expenses.
Yeah.
I think the next big one where we will travel everywhere in the world will be for Bond.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah.
So that's that's like the last frontier. That's it. We're ready for it.
we
Yeah.
have potentially coming up in a few
Yeah.
weeks, but we can't reveal what that is.
No, not at the moment.
At the moment.
But Bond is. I've already briefed everyone wherever that is, we're going.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
So, and I think it's a little bit different in the US than the UK. I like Jedi. He's just doing traveling day rates everywhere to stories that are just the most random things. They're just kind of news stories of random people and certain crimes and where are they now and that
Yeah.
kind of a thing. Where I don't think that it's the same in England, right? It's not the same in Europe. I think that's more of an American thing now, and that's why they're bringing on these day raiders to kind of travel around the country to work on these stories. What do you
Yeah.
think?
Yeah, I mean, I can understand why the model that Jedi is doing is so popular because I think I know most of the people that put you on those, and it does make sense, especially for the new stuff because like the Mao, especially in the Sun,
Mm.
they want to have their own guy on the ground with their reporter, just like the Prince Andrew story here. They've got
Yeah.
their own. Like if you were here, Jedi, you'll be in Sandringham. That's where you'd be
Yeah.
living.
Probably. Yeah.
Um, and it's interesting. I can see exactly why you're moving around and stuff. And I have picture editors that talk about you, ironically, here.
Oh, really? That's funny.
Yeah. And they say we want to get him on these jobs. So whatever you're doing it right.
Oh, good stuff. I like to hear that. I
He's
like
known.
to hear that.
Now, do they call him Jedi when they say get him on these jobs?
One of them does. One of them does. Or
Oh,
the guy
that's funny.
in New York that's not really in New York, one of them said.
Yeah. Yeah. That's funny.
But
Yeah.
no, they do. There is the crimes. Yeah, there is. What the difference is, Mark, is that the papers have a lot of staff photographers.
That's right. They all do over there. All of them
Yeah.
still do, don't they? I know there are layoffs almost every week with the papers over there, but they are staff photographers. I was talking to one of the picture editors yesterday actually, and asking him about the possibility of a staff job, and it just doesn't make sense over here. It really doesn't because there are lulls when nothing is going on, and they're not going to pay you, a salary to sit at home for 2 weeks.
No.
They're just not. It just wouldn't work over here. As
Yeah.
much as I'd want it to, it's not going to.
No. So yeah, it's more the newsy kind of snappers, which are all on Prince Andrew, basically.
Yeah.
It's all about Prince Andrew.
And
If you're staff over here, then you're on Prince Andrew. That's your job.
where is that story right now? Well, I mean, what's the vibe in England about, and where's it going?
He's as we record this, he's in
Sandringham.
I think the prize right now is a picture of Fergie.
Oh, that's huge, isn't it? That'll be a real big picture.
Where is Fergie at the moment? It's a bit like that book, Where's Wally?
Yeah.
It's a bit like that. Where's Fergie at the moment?
Well, she's right up here in Brentwood at the top of Mandeville.
If she is, Mark, then you need to get in your car and leave this recording.
Yeah.
Well, it's a different Fergie. That I'm talking about the singer.
Yeah, I mean he's saved for the moment by the Middle East.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Front pages at the moment.
Wow.
So I think it's reached its peak for the moment.
Do you think?
Yeah. For the moment. Yeah. A couple of months. So that's
yeah, he couldn't be more of a fan of a war right now. Just like
exactly.
you know, just like this Guthrie thing as well. You know, I mean that it's Jedi's the only one left there, pretty much.
Yeah.
I'm the
But
only
then,
I'm the only photographer left. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They-
I had
they-
to look up that story because that hasn't obviously come over here, but it's
well,
yeah.
fascinating.
that made here, I think, when it first happened,
Yeah.
when the disappearance happened, and then we've heard absolutely nothing. So
Yeah. Well, no,
not that.
absolutely nothing's happened.
I like the
Um,
whole theory of the AI.
Oh, the AI video, wasn't it?
Yeah,
That was Mark's
yeah.
wasn't it? The AI video.
Yeah, that was hilarious. You know, I threw that in there, and that's what popped out the first thing, and I thought it was great. Um, Now, so you guys have been in the business for a long time, and I don't think we got into this really with Dean in the last one, but I mean, you guys have kids, you guys have families, you guys have, how old are your kids?
A 19-year-old son and a 14-year-old daughter.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Dean?
Yeah, I've got 16 and 12-year-old, two boys.
Okay. So we've all, I mean, except for Jedi's got a youngin, but mine are 17 and 14. Um, how have they viewed your job throughout their life, and what do they think of it now and stuff like that? You know, I always want to know this because I know what my kids think, and I know what they used to think. I even did an episode with my daughter when she was like 10, and it looks like we got 9 minutes left. So go ahead.
um, I would say first part of my career, I worked with a reality star, massive one in this country, a lady called Jade Goody, and she died. So that's where I kind of, I don't know, that's where I made a lot of contacts and it kind of built my career. So they kind of saw, well, the eldest saw some of that. And I had a book published on it. So they have a view of me kind of through that. So I'm still involved in that with their children. And they really see the film set side and the music video stuff. And we work with lots of celebrities and talent as well with setups. And like I said, because I don't do the conventional go to someone's house and sit there and wait, I kind of not overly viewed in that way.
mm,
But I don't really talk about it at home. My wife's not really interested in my stories.
Mine either.
not
So
mine neither.
I kind of walk through the front door, and even though I'm still working on my phone and my laptop, that kind of it stays outside. And I'm certainly not encouraging my boy, to go into it. Because even though, we're doing well, it is definitely we're kind of managing decline.
Yeah.
And also, I just think there's other opportunities for him now.
Absolutely.
We've had a lot of fun. We will have more fun, but I don't know. God, it plays with your mind.
Yeah.
What about you, Dean?
And for me, my kids are not really interested. They're not really into the whole celebrity thing. My youngest, every now and then, I mean, they're more into their YouTubers and, people like that. So my youngest, every now and then, will ask me if I've met some random YouTuber or something like that, which I never have, never even heard of. And my eldest, as he's getting older, he is more interested. Um, I might say to him, "Oh, I did this today," or "I was on that film set," and he may ask me some questions and be like, "Oh, that's cool," but only recently, until sort of a year ago, I could say to him, "Oh, I went and had lunch with, I don't know, Tom Cruise and Madonna or something like that," and he'd be like, "Yeah, so what?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Nice one, Dad.
yeah,
What about Mr. Beast? Have you shot him?
yeah,
No, I'm like saying that for
exactly.
your
So,
son. Yeah.
yeah, they're not really interested in that, in what Dad does for a living.
But they might get to 22 and take a picture in a nightclub, make 5 grand, and
And exactly. And
great.
we got a whole new breed doing it. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm sure
I
at some
definitely
point,
don't want my kids interested in it, and I hope that they never were. I mean, I used to take them on my jobs every once in a while to the movie sets and stuff like that. I wouldn't take them on a job to go out and, doorstep or anything like that. But the movie sets, especially if it's someone that they're interested in, it was always a thing. The one thing that they do hate me doing, which I can't resist every time, is I shot that. Oh, I was there. I shot that.
yeah, we all
Yeah.
do. I like that. We all do. I actually, My eldest came with me to the recent Bridget Jones movie, and he had to do some work experience as part of his kind of his school, his exams. So I said, right, you can come to work with me. And yeah, he spent the whole time just going, "Who is that?
Yeah.
Can we go?" You know. But I'm sure for all of us, when our kids are older, they'll turn around, you know, because the people that we take photographs of, their names are going to be around long after us. And I'm sure that our kids will turn around and go, "Ah, I remember my dad talking about photographing this."
100%. Yeah.
I think it's one of the things, as the children get older and become adults, they'll probably be more interested or more intrigued, shall I
Yeah.
say, what their dads, you know, have done to kind of pay the bills.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And I always like to say, that, you know, we're leaving behind some kind of a, almost some kind of a legacy where more people have viewed our pictures than any photographers in the world. All the biggest photographers, the best photographers that are out there that everybody hears about, that are, you know, there's a small amount that maybe have been viewed more than us, but more people have seen our pictures, your pictures, Jedi's pictures than any other photos in the world. And there has to be some sort of kind of recognition for that, you know, that when we're gone, that they will still be there. Those pictures will all still be there. And the same amount of people will have seen them, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, good point. Never really looked at it like that, but you're absolutely right.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, those Margot Robbies, Jesus, you know, I mean, how many people? Um, But yeah, we've got a couple more minutes on this thing. I think we'll just wrap it up if you guys are good with that. Do you have any last thoughts?
No, it's just been absolute pleasure coming on here. We listen to you guys, both your stories. So it's just when Dean said, "Do you want to come on?" What a joy! And
No,
hoping we've been let down. So thank you.
No,
no.
it was great.
Thank you guys. Well, you know what? We will have to get you on after you've infiltrated the Bond set as well. We're going to want to hear all those stories.
In fact, we should probably do one of these from somewhere where we are with a Bond location.
We should do one day on location.
There
Yeah.
you go.
Yeah. I mean, it would be cool to have all three of us on something. That would be like groundbreaking stories or something.
Oh, and if you guys are back over here, Mark especially, you know, come and join us on some sets.
There you go.
Anytime.
Next
I got
time
nothing going on.
Next time I'm in England, I'll come and get a beer with you guys for sure.
Yeah.
I think I'm just going to move there and become your competition.
Exactly.
No, team up.
At least you can pull the set with us.
There you go. Well, yeah, I'll just join the click team. How about that?
Yeah. And we sell it on the way home.
I'll cover more ground.
Exactly.
Okay, well, thank you guys for coming on. We really appreciate it. It was a lot of fun. We're gonna bring you back as soon as we can. It was a real pleasure for sure. And if we offended anybody on this Papisode, we do apologize. But for us in the U.S. and them in England, take care and be well.
Cheers, boys. Take care.
That's a wrap.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers, then.
Cheers. Bye.